tiny bubble in my beard, makes me happy, and full of cheese, What's up, lovely family? It's your girl Monique, and I got the lovely kid in the back, Monkey. I'm giving her meds right now. If you're new here, welcome. If you returning, dang, you doing what you're supposed to do. You're doing what you're supposed to do. Okay, lovely family, this is a lovely chat, and this lovely chat is going to be about life after the military. Comment down below on how you feel life after the military is going for me. Go ahead, and I'll give you a little backstory while you're making your comment down below. Okay, lovely fam. So I served 15 years in the military. I had 2 duty stations, one Fort Drum, New York, one Fort Stewart, Georgia. Fort Drum, New York, I spent 9 years there. I had my first child there. He endured a lot of my military career. I spent 9 years at Fort Drum, New York. Towards the end, I had my daughter, Monkey, which you seen earlier in the video, and that's where the complications started because she's with special need. She has lissencephaly, meaning smooth brain. She has Lennox-Gastaut syndrome, meaning a form of epilepsy. Any seizure out there, any type of seizure out there, lovely baby has had it. She has had it. She deal with myoclonic spasms, and also she has cerebral palsy. She's 16 years old. She's wheelchair bound. Her foods have to be pureed, and she's also fed by G-tube. She need help with her daily living. Okay, so like I said, my oldest child, he endured the majority of my military career. Coming to Fort Stewart, Georgia is when I started having like issues with chain of command. My MOS was 92 Golf food service. So within the dining facility, there are different units in there that work within the dining facility. So broad chain of command, my chain of command knew my situation, understood, worked with me. Chain of command that wasn't mine, but within the dining facility, still had some kind of just work responsibility with me, had an issue with it. So it got to a point where I started being, you okay, mama? Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm back. Had to check on my girl. So it got to a point to where I started being disrespectful with the rank. And when I say with the rank, higher ranking than me, but disrespectful for a good reason. But it really, oh, hold on, y'all, hold on. Okay, y'all, Lola found she had this cough thing that she do. She's okay, but I still have to check on my girl. But I started being disrespectful for the right reason, but it doesn't matter when it comes to the rank because you're supposed to respect the rank, whatever. So with that, I could have ended up getting Article 15, could have get my rank took, could have get extra duty, could have got kicked out. So it came to the point of, I told my husband, I said, babe, it's getting to the point to, I'm probably going to get in trouble because I don't start just completely speaking my mind on how I feel when it comes to our child, because it was some ranks in there that was being disrespectful towards my situation with our daughter or whatever. So we talked about that. Before it got to that, her seizure activity picked up. She has very severe seizure disorder. It picked up, and also she was doing physical therapy twice a week. So on those days I would work half day, and the next day I come in and work a whole day to make up for that time. But it still wasn't enough. It was enough for my chain of command, but it wasn't enough for this chain of command. So the issues started, and and it got to the point where, like I said, I just started speaking my mind, baby. I was speaking my mind because it's like, that's my child. You don't know what me and my husband are going through. You don't know what we having to endure. And my chain of command understood. So in my mind, if they understand, y'all should understand. But it wasn't working like that. So it was getting to the point where I was being very boisterous about it. So I had told my husband, like, listen, it's time. Did I want to retire out? Yes, I want to retire out, but unfortunately it didn't happen that way. And in God's will, I would choose my family every time over anything. So, okay, that led to me getting out, joined the reserve. Coming from active duty to the reserve wasn't for me. The way how disciplined and structured active duty was, and going to this unit, I say this unit, I don't want to speak for reserve broadly, but going to the unit that I went to, I'm driving 2 hours away a weekend out, 2 weekends out of the month to go be here. And the stuff that we was doing, I felt like I was wasting my time being away from my family. Like I felt like I could be more beneficial to my family than what I'm doing here. And then on top of, like, in the military, if they say formation at 09, you better be there 10-15 minutes prior. Reserve, I show up 10-15 minutes prior, child. I'm the only one out there. I'm looking around like, where everybody at? So I go back in the barracks, so you lay down, sit around, or something like. So it got to the point, like, I'm like, I can't do this. This is a waste. And then once again, our daughter seizure activity picked up. So I went into the IRR. So going into the IRR, all that means is I'm still in the reserve, but I'm not active. But the downside to that also is that bonus that I receive coming out of active duty, going into the reserve, you best believe I had to get all that back. I had to pay all that back. Pay all that back. So I am a veteran, received disability, but before I could receive anything, all that money had to go there. It all went there. So now I am receiving my benefits, and it's a good amount, but I don't only have just my 2 babies. I have my other baby. Total, all with me and my husband, we have 12 babies, 6 within the house. I got my bonus baby, and then we got the ones in house. So could we use more finance? Yes. Do I miss some of the benefits from active duty? Yes. But life after the military is great for me. Outside of the finance, it's great for me. Now, coming off of reserve, coming off of active duty, going into a reserve, I did get a civilian job. I worked at a college. I was an admission administrator. That job was good. I love my work family there, but once again, I had to choose my family over work. Our daughter, it came time, she had hip surgery. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so she had hip surgery. She had to do physical therapy. We wasn't able to do her physical therapy the way we needed to because we both had to work. I worked during the day and my husband worked at night. So it became an issue there. Not only that, it's like with her, not only with her physical therapy, with her other medical appointments, like I shared, we had other babies. We have 2 other babies that have asthma, one more severe than the other. Here recently, we have another baby that has took on a seizure disorder of his own. So with their appointments, my appointments, it just, once again, working wasn't feasible. So it became a little bit too heavy for me. I started feeling like I will never progress in this job because due to my family responsibility, it won't let me grow here. So also, and another thing what really like was the scrawl for me was when our daughter had back surgery. When she had back surgery and I seen our baby, she was cut from her neck all the way down to her tailbone, and she had to get pins in her back. And I seen our baby laying there on that hospital bed. I told my husband, I said, one of us gonna end up having to come off our job. I said, because we can't keep getting her cut on and she's not getting the physical therapy that she's supposed to get. Not getting it, but not being able to go to physical therapy like the way that she needs to go. So I told him, I say, this time around, I say, either it's gonna be you or it's gonna be me, but one of us gonna come off that job, because however they say she need to do physical therapy, that's what we gonna do. So fortunately it was me, and that was the thing that was like the last line of okay, I gotta leave this job. Again, me and my husband, we talked about it. Unfortunately, I was the one able to come off, so I came off, and now, like I said, life after all of that is great for me. I'm able to move how I need to move for my family. Any appointments that's needed for them, I can take the appointment and not feel guilty of thinking like, dang, now I gotta go in here and say I need to be out again. I can any kind of physical therapy she needs, she can have it. Any kind of doctor appointment she needs, she can have it. Any doctor appointment for my other babies, they can have it. Any appointments for myself, I can have it. So it's been great. Like I said, the only thing that is missing is the finance. That's it. But I praise God that what we have now, it works for us. Like I said, we always can use more, y'all. We always can use more. But God's will, any and every chance that I have to choose my family, it will be my family. So I'm able to also have a relationship with my children, because like I said, with my oldest son, he endured a lot of my military career. I missed out on a lot of his younger years, from deployments, from field training to all of that stuff. I missed out. He was going back and forth from New York to Florida to go stay with my mom whenever I had training, or I would have to take him to Brooklyn, New York with my aunt to stay there while I go do training and stuff like that. But when I did my deployments, he would go home with my mom, and then it got to a point that he got used to them and he wanted me to get out. So that became hard, because I kept having to explain to my baby, like, this is the way I take care of us. This is the way I have to take care of us. So he endured a most part of that. His siblings now, he's built different from them, I have to say. My babies now, they are more clingy to me. So if I was to still be in and having to leave like that, hey, no, they wouldn't make it. I wouldn't make it. We wouldn't make it. We wouldn't make it, because every room that I'm in this house, they're with me. And then the things that Mookie have to endure mentally, I wouldn't be able to perform the way I need to perform. So life after the military is good for me. I know with some people coming out of the military, unfortunately, it's a different situation, and I pray to God that he covers them and bless them and get them, you know, the ones that's not on their feet, get them back on their feet and get them moving forward. But for me, I'm thankful enough that the Lord made it to where we're okay. We're good. Real good. Could things be better? Yes, things could be better. And it's like any resources that the military have out there for veterans, you best believe I use them. And one of the most part that I use behavior health. I go to counseling. I do that probably like once a month. For a while, it was like twice a month. Then it kind of slowed down. Do I take medication? Yes, I take medication to help me with my PTSD, to control some of those emotions that get overbearing sometimes. But it's great for me. And the reason why it's great for me, because I'm able to do the things I need to do for my family. That's why it's great for me. And that helps me just a tad bit more mentally, knowing that I'm able to do the things I need to do for them without feeling guilty about what I'm taking away from a job. Now, being home full time, now that's a job within itself. But once again, having to choose military life, family life, I made the right decision. Like I said, y'all send y'all prayers out to my military brothers and sisters, the ones that are having a harder time than I am. I pray to God that he covers them and lift them up, and I pray that you pray for them and do the same. And lovely fam, I ask for you to keep checking in, like, comment, subscribe, share it, tell your friend about it. And like I said, if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, dang, you doing what you're supposed to do. So keep on doing it. Until the next lovely chat. All right, lovely fam.